Smash Bros. Ultimate is almost getting its final fighters revealed at E3, so let's talk all about it. What's happening, my blocked buddies, and welcome to a brand new episode of Blocked Content's Leak Speak. My name is Callum, and this is going to be your content for today. The leaks and speculations and huge rumors surrounding E3 2021 are swirling around the internet, and well, for very good reason, because the E3 is just mere hours away. It is so close that people are getting very desperate. There are a lot of people that are sending out messages in terms of the Smash Bros. Newcomer and everything coming to Nintendo, and of course we are in for 40-minute Nintendo Direct that supposedly is going to show a lot more Switch games coming mostly this year, some of the stuff that might be coming next year, and of course it's theorized that if that is Breath of the Wild Part 2 getting shown off, then it would make complete sense to actually have that appear next year and not this year. Now, if we talk about Smash Bros. Ultimate and look ahead at the fact that we might get other characters announced, well, people have been saying it makes complete sense for the final 2 characters to get announced. Actually, just a couple of hours ago, people have been finding that on YouTube, there's actually 2 videos that got unlisted. And those are on the Smash Bros. Channel. So, are there 2 final newcomer videos that are uploaded now? Is this the end game? Are we finally getting that double reveal at E3 and finding out who the final 2 characters are? Now, of course, there is a part of me that is very skeptical and scared that the newcomer might be underwhelming, like a Pokemon from Pokemon Sword and Shield, something that a lot of people are not really excited about. So let me know in the comments down below. Send in your messages to Blocked Content through Question Blocked. It's super easy. If you have a question, please email it to blockedcontentmail@gmail.com. Maybe I will answer your questions here live on the show. So also, if you haven't already, click that link in the description to enter our Discord. Now, even through E3 and everything beyond, and of course after talking about reveals, well, please join this Discord so we can all talk about E3 2021 and Nintendo's Direct together. And it's going to be a really fun time with that huge Nintendo treehouse that takes about 3 to 4 hours. So let's talk a little bit about Breath of the Wild Part 2 character coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, this is one that to me would just make complete sense, because if you think about it, Nintendo kind of has to show Breath of the Wild Part 2. They promised before in a video that they'll have more to show later this year, and of course E3 is probably the biggest shot that they have. They can also do the Game Awards, and yes, they've shown some Game Awards stuff with earlier games in the series, and that totally makes sense, but I think that if you really want to do this justice, you show a big blowout for this game around E3 time. And what that is could be as simple as a big trailer. It could also, show off a lot more story details. But what I really hope that Nintendo is going to be doing is have a tie-in with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with this character, right? With Zelda from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I mean, why couldn't there be multiple Zeldas if we already have 3 Links in the game, right? We have the Breath of the Wild Link, that is just the standard Link, and he actually had some upgrades to his moveset, which I thought were very well handled. And then of course we also have Young Link returning from Super Smash Bros. Melee all the way back when, and we have Toon Link, or the Wind Waker Link. Now, having all of these 3 Links together with pretty similar movesets, how cool would it be to have another Zelda in the franchise? But then the Smash Bros. Ultimate version of Breath of the Wild Zelda actually doesn't have any moves similar to the Zelda that's already in the game, that now looks like a Link to the Past type Zelda. No, this one from Breath of the Wild has all of those moves from Age of Calamity. She, really uses a lot of magic spells and is just overall a big powerhouse character. It would even be a little closer to a character like Palutena than it would the original Zelda in Smash Bros. So I think that there's something to be said for having more Breath of the Wild in our Nintendo Smash fighter, right? It makes sense if you think about it in terms of sales. It makes sense if you think about it in terms of just how well received the game was, and of course also that we've been lacking any significant newcomers to The Legend of Zelda. And if you think about all those villains like Zant, and of course also Skull Kid, Kid, the Moon, all those stuff. I mean, a lot of them also have assist trophies, and people would be very excited to see them, come to fruition to become actual characters. But other than that, it really doesn't really take a genius to find out what the choices are here. It could either be Breath of the Wild, Zelda, or Impa, right, from the Age of Calamity game. Or it could be someone completely new that is getting introduced in Breath of the Wild Part 2 and then getting shown off in that same direct. Well, I think that if I have to theorize with everything going on at the moment, one thing for me stays very clear, and that's that of course unlisted 2 videos on Nintendo Smash Bros. Ultimate's YouTube channel. I think that these are the final 2 newcomer videos. They are the trailers and the little gameplay segments that they get for those final characters, and it would make complete sense for them to actually unveil the final 2 newcomers at this huge event. They did the same thing with Banjo and then Hero. That was a double reveal that really helped out Smash Brothers, and that of course had 2 very specific audiences in mind, a more Western and a more Japan focused audience. And I think that in this case they can do the same, right? Maybe we get Zelda as sort of your all round rep, and maybe a character like Master Chief, Doomslayer, or Crash that is really just for Western audiences, right? That people generally really enjoy. So I would be very curious to find out what the different balance is of the final 2 characters. Have they thought about that? Is it really the final DLC that we're going to be getting for Smash, or is someone else in the works in terms of a bonus fighter? People have been theorizing about that too, just because we essentially got Piranha Plant, right? And that was for sure for a lot of people a big idea that they were going to continue on. We have 2 more characters left to be revealed, but that doesn't mean that there is more after that, or there isn't more after that. If you think about essentially it having Smash Bros. Ultimate's version of a bonus fighter after the pass, then you can also make the stretch and say, what about Fighters Pass number 3? Maybe we're getting a pack with a lot more characters. Nintendo can support this game until forever. I do believe that there is some truth behind this, but other than that, I do really hope that they conclude this story, that they really work hard to make Smash Bros. Ultimate the biggest crossover game ever, and that they don't meddle with too many of the contract things. Because if you do that and you essentially say, well, maybe we can just carry all those fighters over to the next game, I think that Smash Bros. Ultimate is the last time that we'll see such a big crossover as this, because it's just very difficult to manage this all with all those different companies, and Sakurai really feels like he needs a little bit of a break. So I wish that Zelda from Breath of the Wild would be a newcomer. So what would Breath of the Wild Zelda's announcement trailer look like? Do you have any ideas? Do you think that it could be a repeat of a different trailer, or would it be something wholly unique? And well, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to talk about your trailer ideas for Zelda Breath of the Wild's appearance. As for a previous comment question winner, it's Cesare G. Moveset for Crash. Neutral special is Spin, then the side special is the Fruit Bazooka. The up special would be the Crate Jump, which would be really cool, and of course in the midair as well. Then the down special would be Aku Aku Reflector, and this would be so cool, because I think that, getting a counter for this character would be very special and would make the character very good. Final Smash would be Insane Showdown. It's a cinematic Final Smash, right, with, space through time. It would be really reminiscent of the newer game in the series. Then, of course, the main gimmick is during Shield Special, you can actually swap Quantum Masks with our Lani Lo and Akano, Kupanswa, and Ika Ika. So a lot to love with this character if this is all going to end up, materializing in some sort of way. Akano possesses tilt attacks and then changes the neutral special, and Kupana, which possesses smash attacks, and they're still slow, but they're very strong. Ika Ika possesses aerial attacks, and changes up the specials. And then, of course, also the home stage would be Insanity Beach. It's a 2D scrolling stage based on Crash 4 and Insane Trilogy. So thank you so much for sending in all your comments. These are always a ton of fun to do. And if you want to support blocked content, you can do so through Patreon. Patreon.com/blockedcontent. If you donate anything, you get to decide on what our next video is. A snake codec, a leak speak that you really want to talk about a certain piece of information. Well, send them all in. Patreon.com/blockedcontent. See you there. Subscribe to this channel. Hit that like button, really helps out the channel, and I'll see you guys around the corner where there's always more blocked content. See ya.